You know what I thought of today is that we have so much choice. We have so much choice that we become paralyzed. And I was just reflecting about the time where my parents were working. You know, they had their company and they were just like nonstop working, and that was it. There were no preoccupation other than we need to work so that we can get some money and put some food on the table for ourselves and for our children. And I'm even thinking about my grandma. She's 85 or 87 or 90 years old. We don't even know because she has 3 birth certificates. And she's still working. Like, she's still working. She's in Tunisia. She's still working. And she doesn't know anything else but the work that she's been doing for such a long time, right? And I've never had that conversation with her, but even with my mom, I'm like, she's going through this, not crisis, okay? Let's not say crisis, but maybe it is. But finding something that is meaningful, maybe finding something that is aligned with who you are, with your values, with what is important to you, right? And I don't think that our parents or the generations before had these, again, sort of conversations and metaphysical, existential crisis. And I see today that we have access to so many resources. Like, it's easy, you know. If tomorrow you want to launch something, if you want to create something, I think it has never been easy to just create something, to launch, to make money. And I was even watching this Mind Valley Summit. I don't know if you are familiar with what Mind Valley is doing. It's like this sort of university of talking about a lot of different things: social media, financial literacy, how to make it. You know, they're giving you a lot of tools to really just like expand your potential times a million and whatever. Sometimes I really think that it's a bit bullshit because I'm like, where's the, I don't know, we're still missing something. But anyways, I was watching this summit this weekend, and it was about going viral on social media. The title of the summit was literally 1 billion followers summit. And I got curious because I'm going back on social media, and going viral is not really my cup of tea. I went viral with one video, 17 seconds of me and a participant of my Ghana dance camp dancing in my favorite coffee place in Ghana. I think 4 million views. Okay, 4 million views. And this was the video, I think, that made me gain, I don't know, 5,000-6,000 followers. And this was just like 17 seconds. And at the time, I just posted it because I was missing Ghana. And for me, it was like, oh, this is joy. I want to share this. I want to just, cheer people up, inspire them to just like move a little, to do what it is that they really want to be doing on this planet, and just to have fun, right? And to really come back to the essence of movement, which is just fucking freedom. And at the same time, I was following that course. And we were like, I think it was just like sort of, a sort of like 21-day challenge, a 3-month challenge of posting and whatever, finding your niche, finding what it is that you want to be saying, and your 3 main pillars, whatever. And so you have to try, right? You have to put yourself out there. And I remember putting content every fucking day for 14 days in a row. And that alone stressed the fuck out of me, because I was like, what do I want to share? I love food. I love dancing. I love hyping people up. I love joyful content. So it was a sort of mixture of all of these things. And I blew up with this video with followers. Obviously, hatred comments came in, but then I got so stressed out because my coach was like, yeah, but you need to replicate that. You need to find content that is easily replicable and do the same thing so you get more people, more followers, more views. And I'm like, but what's the point? I'm not even selling anything. And it's like, this is not how I build community. And so I still pushed it. I still forced it. And obviously when you force, shit comes out of it. And I just dropped the whole fucking course. I stopped showing up. And I stopped showing up on social media altogether because it was so stressful. I was like, but that's not me. I'm not an entertainer. I am a deep person. But jokes aside, is like, I cannot do this nonstop repeatedly. And then when I followed this social media summit over the weekend, everything pointed towards building systems and creating the 3 Cs. Everybody gave their own sauce of like how they went viral and how basically they all copied each other. So I understand that originality is like, I don't know, some people force originality, and I think that, we have so much access to so many different things that it is easy to create something, to do something, to launch a product, a service and everything. Like, we're all doing the same thing. Like, not a lot of people are really just innovating to my sense, apart from maybe Elon Musk and all these fucking geniuses and whatever. But like, we're all in my, let's say, industry, when I used to have my dance school, we're all teaching, we're all creating dance classes or experiences out of movement, out of dancing, community and everything. The originality for me in that is how you sort of like is the touch that you bring as a human. You are the glue to the experience. You are the fucking glue to your own dance class, the way you teach, or the way you create the experience, the way you bring people to a specific outcome. That is the originality, And in a way, in a sense, I understand the let's just go viral and sort of like copy paste, but find our own niche and just express ourselves. And at the same time, I'm like, but where's the sort of like originality in that? Have we just started to create content and create products and services that just all look alike? And is the whole point going viral and making money? Or where's the point where we actually create impact, And of course, there are people like me, like you, who really want to create impact, who want to create purpose. But what about these people who just don't want to go fucking viral? Like, I don't want to be like, I don't want to have 1 million or billions of followers. I don't really give a shit. Or even if I do, I just want this process to be about building something where we're all in it together. Do you know what I mean? Because I see a lot of people who are having a lot of millions of followers and who are having community. I feel like there is a huge difference between a community and a following. And I think that with my 15.5 thousand followers, I do feel like I have a community, not of these 15,000 people. I have a following, let's call it this way, whatever. But I feel like whenever I create something, people show up. And I think that this is the most important thing for me. And in that process of creating something or putting yourself out there, I think it's really so fucking important that you don't forget about sharing who you are as a person, sharing about your values, about what makes you feel alive, about what's so important for you when you create such and such thing, or what is important to you as a human. I think that truly when you build those foundations, when you take time to build those foundations, regardless of the people who is out there following you, regardless of the people or regardless of the product or service that you're going to be creating, people are legit and genuinely going to follow you because of who you are, not because of the fucking product. Again, we all do the same thing, but I think it's so fucking important that, especially in this day and age of AI and being sort of like reposted and copy pasted and replicated, that you really make sure that you don't lose your own sense of who you are. And I think that brings me to that next point. There were like millions of points here, but that brings me to that point of take your time, really take your time and just refining, or not even like refining, but knowing who you are and really building those fucking foundations of like, I really see it as a tree, you really are rooted in who you are. And no matter what happens outside, you really know who you are. You really know what you stand for. You really know what you're quote unquote fighting for and the impact that you want to create. And this is such a deep work that you do on a fucking daily basis. And it's not like one post or one post or anything that's gonna change the game. It's that compounded effect of showing up as who you are every fucking day, not only on social media, but even in your own interactions with people, with the real world, with how you work, with how you wake up, with how you dress, with how you cook. And it's that process that right now I'm really just understanding, integrating, and really loving, because it's that notion of integrity I was talking about in one of my previous episodes, where I do my best to walk the walk with every sort of like areas, in every areas of my life. And it's fucking hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's really so fucking hard, because sometimes you're just blinded by, wait, I need to show up. I need to share something. And I see it myself, and I feel it myself with my 21-day challenge. Like, it's been 3 days that I haven't posted like consistently, like every day, where usually I post every single day. And now I'm not going to post today, because it's not that I don't feel like it, but it's like I really want to make sure that the message that I share is coming from me, is not performance driven, is really, again, rooted in what it is that I want to say. At this stage of my coming back on social media, I don't really give a shit about the likes, about the comments, about, like, of course I do give a shit about building resonance, but these pieces of content don't have the hook, are not selling anything, are not bringing, let's say, any sort of values with tips and tricks and whatever. It's really just, okay, that's me, I'm dropping it here, and you do whatever it is that you want with it. If that resonates with you, completely fine. If not, then also completely fine. You're free to just leave the platform. And so far I've been lucky, because it's only been like supportive messages or DMs, or, hey, have you heard about this podcast or this book or this article? So it's like, it's comforting and it's supportive, which I really appreciate. And in my own process is really, I don't want to betray myself. And I guess that what I'm trying to say today on this episode is really, whatever it is that you're trying to do with yourself, whether you're in transition or your next chapter, or within already that next chapter, just make sure that you never betray yourself, because when you do that, I think you really attract not only the right people, but also the right fucking opportunities.